Alright, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the Bold He Bay B. Boldie means awareness and enlightenment. As always, another very, very interesting banger. The biggest war people have with themselves or have to go through in order to improve. This is the biggest war you will face. I promise you. And I'll give you examples of what I mean by that in real life scenarios or real life examples from my experience myself, gang. You're most definitely gonna fight with yourself. I'm trying to tell you, bro, and it's one of the hardest things. And some people look at other people like it's just as, or it's easy, or it's, bro, it's not. I'm trying to tell you, it's the same for everybody. It's just people who are willing to fight and people who are not willing to fight. All it is that feeling, bro. I'm telling you, bro. That's all it is. The biggest war you're going to ever have is with yourself. I'm telling you. I'm trying to tell you. But let's jump straight into this video. Let's get it. There you go.
Hey, Luther Squad.
You ever hear them say, like, I'm pretty sure you've heard them say, it's you versus you, right? Everybody has heard that saying before. We all know exactly what it means when they say it's you versus you. But what does that mean? What does it mean, bro? How deep does it get, bro? And it all starts from how badly do you want to improve, or how badly do you want what you're going for? Because whenever it gets hard, whenever you feel lazy, whenever you don't feel like you want to do something, whenever you're overthinking about it, the number one thing that's going to bother you throughout the whole journey, when it gets hard, when you hit a bump in the road, when it's going good, the number one thing that's always going to take effect is this. This up here. It's going to screw with you the whole way. The whole way. And it may not mess with you as much as it will Tuesday. And then it'll mess with you so much Wednesday. And then next week, you may be straight for a full week. And then a week after that, screwed up. And I'm telling you, it's like that, bro. It's actually real, bro. But you have to be willing to actually fight back. And it's one of the hardest wars in the world, bro. It's one of the hardest wars in the world. Because you're literally fighting yourself. Bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is, bro. There was a time, and it still happens sometimes, but just not as bad as it used to be. But there was a time before, bro, I was exhausted, but knew I had to work on some content, bro. I knew I had to. But I procrastinated for like an hour and a half straight, bro. Literally, not doing nothing, just sitting there. Because I did not want to fall asleep, but I also did not want to work on the content either. So I was sitting right in between, doing either or. I was just stuck. Like, what the fuck am I doing, bro? I literally couldn't even, obviously I forced myself to do it, but it was so hard for me to do it. It was so hard for me to force myself to do it. Because that feeling of the comfortability versus that uncomfortability, but the feeling of getting comfortable would also make me very, very uncomfortable, bro. So I was stuck in between two different worlds, bro. I'm just like, fuck. Like I was really going through it, procrastinating. Like, what the fuck is going on? Why can't I do it? Why am I struggling to do it, bro? I do it every day. Why am I struggling to do it? What's going on? What's wrong with me, bro? Why do I feel like I'm getting soft? I was up there talking to myself, yelling at myself, cursing. Yeah, that's how real it gets, bro. That's how real it gets. But you need to realize, bro, you're not special when you know it's affecting you or when it's going good, bro. It happens to everybody, bro. You're not excluded. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, somebody really told me that they can tell I've had an easy life. Somebody really had the audacity to say that because of the drive that I have. And I'm not gonna lie, that actually, it blew me, bro. I said, what? That's crazy. You really think that? That's crazy. And no, it's not that, bro. It's not that. And you can't look at other people like that. I'm pretty sure I said that in another video. You can't look at people like that, bro. And guess what? If they had an easier life than you, so be it. What does that mean? What is that doing for you? Does that give you an excuse to continue to make the same dumbass excuses or the same dumbass mistakes? Does that give you that ability to do so? Does that make you feel better? Who cares? Nobody, like literally, nobody cares. If you stay in the same spot 9 times out of 10, nobody really cares. Someone may say something, oh, you should do this, you should do that, but no one's going to kiss your ass to make you do it, gang. Nobody. So what's the point? No one's going to do any of that, bro. And you have to be that person who's willing to fight that war daily. And listen, bro, it gets easier sometimes, but there will always be a time where you don't feel like doing it and it'll feel fresh. And you have that ability to say, oh, I could, but no. That's the sweet spot. The sweet spot is where you do something that you don't want to do. That's the sweet spot, because that's what's going to get you further. That's what's going to separate you from everybody else. And nobody wants to talk about it, but that's the truth. That is the sweet spot. That's the place you want to be. That is exactly where you need to be. That's exactly where you need to give it your all and fight back. You have to be willing to tell yourself, no, we're going to do this. We have to. That is the sweet spot. That's the magic that everybody is looking for. It's right inside of there. That's where it's at, bro. And nobody talks about that. That's the sweet spot. That is where it's at. And that's where the magic starts to happen, when you continue to do that over and over and over again. Hardest thing in the world. But when you break it down, right, it's literally just this up here messing with you the whole time, bro. That's it. It's just this messing with you the whole time. And once you realize, bro, when you don't stop and you continue to make that, you will continue to make progress as long as you keep that track, keep going. One of the hardest things in the world to do, because you're not going to feel like doing it. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I say this a lot, but I mean it. But if you want to find that good traction, that steady grind to where you're different, you're getting better at an exponential rate, and you separated yourself, the sweet spot is doing it when you don't want to do it at all, and going even harder when you don't want to do it at all, or fighting back. When I was literally stuck, when I said I was stuck, it was like I was stuck in between worlds. When I said that, that is the sweet spot. I was literally fighting myself for like an hour and a half, just sitting there, trying hard, when in reality, all I had to do was say, come on, let's go. But the feeling of it was just like kind of tugging on me, bro. Because you don't want to do it. And everybody gets that, bro. Nobody is special. Nobody's excluded. When you don't feel like doing it, guess what? I have a day when I don't feel like doing it. When David Goggins, when he's doing something, I'm pretty sure he has a day when he doesn't feel like doing anything at all. And someone else, other creators, other greats, I'm sure they have days when they don't want to do anything at all. I'm pretty positive, because that is nothing but the human nature. Straight up. You're not going to always feel like doing it. But are you willing to win that war, bro? You have to be willing to win that war. I'm trying to tell you. And that's where you start to see that progress at, bro. And people will look at you like you're special. Or not even special, like, or they're kind of like, they probably won't like that you're doing what you're doing, or blah, blah, blah. Like I was saying, that's what people really find valuable, when you do the things that are really hard that you don't want to do at all. That's what we find very, very valuable, because it's hard. And we know if we can be the best, if we can be very, very different from everybody else, or in the top percent, because we're doing what is necessarily hard to get, but it's so valuable because of the level of improvement, the looks, the mentality, what it does for the internal. We want that. And the sweet spot is what everybody avoids. And I need you to realize, bro, if you want to grow, you have to be willing to dive in that sweet spot. And that sweet spot is doing what is hard. It's doing it when you don't want to do it at all. That's the sweet spot. That's it, right? That's the sweet spot right there. They were right. You don't have to be talented. They were right. They were absolutely right. You don't have to be talented. You just got to be willing to do it over and over and over again with a burning desire, bro. That's it. And you may not have a burning desire in the beginning, but you can create that. And you may have it now, but you got to keep it lit. But that's the war you have to fight. And I just gave you all the game for the sweet spot, bro. That's it. The magic you're looking for is right up in there. So I would say go get it. But I appreciate y'all for watching. We're going to end it off right there. And we'll see you in the next banger. It is.